Hey guys, it's Sean the ToGA brother. So I am all done at the Harley dealership. I went and test drove the 2026 Roadglide and the 2024 Roadglide, I think. I can pretty much remember because the setup wasn't the exact same, right? And it was wild, right? So I have to plug in my next waypoint. All right, cool. So this is going to take me to that location, and I am off. All right. First thing is first. Gotta be honest. They expected a small turnout, not really a huge turnout. So because of all that, what ended up happening was I ended up having to wait a while. Now, to be honest with you, I'm fine with all that because it was nice today. And there were all kinds of bikes out today. Yada, yada, yada. So, yeah. And go. Missed my turn. Oh well. Okay. As they say, there'll be another opportunity. Which there will. Not really concerned. I mean, I am, but I'm not. Okay. So, back to the test ride. This test ride, believe it or not, went alright. So I had to obviously wait a while for it. But, when they got around to me, it was me and one other person, and we rode the Roadglides together. And then it was actually somebody's behind me trying to creep up, trying to give them as much space as I can. Okay, so they gave us a female for the test ride, and she was really nice. She was very personable, asked a lot of questions, wanted to make sure we knew the controls, wanted to make sure that we were all comfortable. And then there were 3 of them. So there was a red one, well, a sunburst orange one, a gunship gray one, and a black one. I rode the gunship gray model, the new model, and she rode the orange one, the sunburst orange one, and then the other person rode the black one. And then we switched. She rode the orange one, she rode the gunship gray one, and I rode the black one. And my impressions, so you guys are all here for the impression part, right? Because you want to know how it fared out. Well, to be honest with you, I completely was blown away. And what I mean by that is, fuck. I thought the road was going to go straight, but it didn't. It turned left. Like, looking at the actual marking, it was supposed to go straight. What the fuck? So I'm going to try and make a U-E. A U-turn. I hear sirens. I hope that we don't have to haul. I hear them approaching. Yep, we're all gonna have to move. They're coming. I mean, they're hugging that left lane, guys. I'm just waiting for them to come up. It's gonna get real loud because there's a fire truck and then an ambulance behind me. So. But I'm calling an audible. I'm gonna go a different way. I'm gonna go the back way. Oh, never mind. They pulled into one of the parking lots. All right, so I'm just gonna go left, or gonna go right. It's the easiest thing to do. Oh well, we're gonna take a detour. You guys ready? Okay, so I got on it. It was the employee in the front, me in the middle, and then afterwards it was the other lady. It was the other person. She was female. So we were like a sandwich. And I turned on the bike and I stood it upright. Man, it was good. I felt really good on it. Like I could lift it. Which is funny because the prior models, the same engine size, I struggled to try to keep it upright. But that one, guys, I don't know what they did to these bikes this year, but they made them so much lighter. I tell you what, that was my very first impression was, wow, these bikes are light. I mean, they're supposed to be heavy, but they're supposed to be light, so you can maneuver them, you can control them. What else? Oh, the modes. So when we went ahead and left the parking lot, we made a pretty much couple of lefts and rights out of the parking lot from the dealership. And they were like, hey, I want you to be able to get comfortable. I want you to be able to open it up, which means like get on the gas, if you guys know what I mean. Because of that, I gotta make sure that I don't go when I'm not supposed to, because I have a son of a gun. I have a yellow arrow and I don't want it to impede my driving. Oh well. Anyway, so I first started out in road mode, right? And it was all right. It was good. And while I was in road mode, I maneuvered the bike pretty well. I made left, left-hand turns, right-hand turns. We didn't make a very sharp U-turn because honestly, I don't think I can maneuver that way. Like if I get a bike, I am 100% fully committed to telling you right now, I will not be making a bunch of U-turns. If I have to, I'll have to make a couple lefts and rights just to get there. But I may end up taking a class and do that. That's what I think I might end up doing. But I don't know if I want to use my bike to do that. I don't want to scrape my bike. were in road mode, I found it was very responsive, the throttle. All I had to do was roll it just a little bit, right? Like kind of rolling something in your fingers, just rolling a little bit. And then, I don't know, after we rolled around a couple of streets in the neighborhood, I put it in sport mode. Let me tell you. And the funny thing is the one that you can do nowadays, guys, believe it or not, you can actually do it on the fly, like while you're riding. You don't have to wait, stop, and then put it in sport mode. You can go into rain mode, you can go into road mode, you can go into sport mode, whenever you feel like you need to. Like, let's just say you're riding and all of a sudden it's a downpour, put it in rain mode. If you're riding and you're in an area where there's a whole bunch of tractor trailers, right? And you want to get away from them, put it in sport mode. Get away from them, and then put it in road mode. Maneuvering the bike in the twisties, in the turns, very well done. I weigh 115. It's very light, and some people think it's concerning, but I weigh 115 pounds. That's nothing. Nothing. So, why am I explaining this? Because your weight needs to be capable of controlling 800 to 900 pounds, right? Because when it's not rolling, it's basically a big paperweight. So you got to be able to maneuver that thing. And let me tell you, it was very maneuverable. It was very good. It was very nice. And I think that's where it happened, right there. Yep, that's where it happened. Funny. What else did I want to tell you guys? The handlebar placement. Oh, right, my height and my weight. The handlebar placement. Impeccable. I can't tell you the fact that I don't think I would change the handlebar placement. I honestly don't even think I would pull it closer to me. That's how comfortable I was with those handlebars. Right? You might be thinking, that's wild. Like, that's wild stuff. It might be. But, again, I'm 5'3", 115 pounds. I need to be able to hold, control, and maneuver that bike. With the CVOs, with the way they looked, I would not buy it like that. Where it's just like perched up and then like a drag bar. Nope. Don't do it. Not for me. The only thing, okay, I don't want it to sound like I'm downplaying or downputting or dissing Harley, but one of my major issues with the new models is some of the buttons on the perch being the control perch, where the control mechanism is, right? Where you start the bike, you put your highs, your lows, your turn signals. That perch, some of those buttons are located on the very top. It's kind of awkward. If I get into a stall situation, I want to be able to see where my button is to start it right away and go. I don't want to be like, ah, crap. Get away from this cluster because they're all trying to head towards the toll road, and I don't want the toll road. All right. It's a stalled out vehicle That's why. The map is telling me there's no slowdown, but we're all slowing down to about 20, 15 miles an hour. Okay, hold on. So that's my only thing, right? The power is on command. As soon as you roll that throttle, you're good. The brakes, very responsive. Because I'm very short and because I only weigh 115, it's a good indication that I don't have a lot of meat on my bones. That's correct. And that's not to scare you, but the point I wanted to mention this, so my hand grip strength is probably not Hulk size or Mega Man size. To be able to pull that clutch in on that Roadglide, that's my only gripe. So it's that and the control perch where the button's located on the top. Other than that, if you're real into the street glides and even the sport glides, with the fairing mounted on your bike, on your forks, which your forks basically maneuver the wheel, okay? So your fork is two rods, right? Two metal rods that basically go on one side of the wheel to the other, and it moves that wheel. So we call those the triple tree, right? We call those the forks, because they literally look like forks going down the sides. Okay. So, on the Roadglide, the fairing is fixed to the frame. So that means wherever your frame is pointed, your front is pointed. You got to maneuver your wheel, all right? For me, if you're going into a very sharp left, or I'm sorry, a very sharp right to make a very sharp left, to me, it's very awkward. I prefer on the street glide to be able to maneuver that fairing, right? Because it's where your bike is, right? So you can be able to get on it real good. For people who don't like that, that's just a preference thing. It's not a design flaw. It's a preference thing, right? I prefer being up. I prefer being in a very big, spacious dashboard, a very spacious seating cockpit type place. That's why I buy trucks. That's why I buy SUVs. Some people like cars. They like very compact things, right? It's not a design flaw on a car, a truck. It's just preference. It's the same with the Roadglide and Street Glide. But the whole reason I wanted to do my video for you today is to discuss and talk about the differences, okay? And maneuvering it like you're on the road, okay? I was able to dip it in the corner, like sideways, right? Like move it left, right, very easily. Like you wouldn't even believe. You could sit down and be like, hey, am I moving at all? Kind of a feeling, right? So it's very, very interesting to say the least how nimble it was. Like that's the best word. It was very nimble, okay? Not as nimble as their other models, but very nimble to say the least, okay? Now, back to the actual bike itself. The throttle response, once you moved, you go. The second thing, which I think is a new feature on these new Roadglides, they have rear cylinder deactivation. I don't know what the actual term from Harley is, but basically what happens is when you roll the throttle forward, it deactivates the back cylinder, say at really long rides or really high speeds, maybe even not at high speeds, but at points where the heat will increase, okay? Say even at a stoplight, right? It's just going to be kicking in and kicking in and kicking in. and you're gonna be sitting there, like, oh my goodness, like it's 90 degrees, I'm burning. I've got my leathers on, my vest on, my helmet on, I'm burning. Like, that's one way to reduce the heat, is to take that cylinder and turn it off. And it's like your electric vehicles. As soon as you touch the gas, it's back up again. It charges your charging system. But when you're at a stoplight, it stops. You don't need it. There's no point. So, that was one of the things I absolutely admired about that system, was the rear cylinder activation. It was great. What else? I felt like, size-wise, 5'3", I could almost flat foot the bike standing on it, like sitting on it, right? Now, I know you can buy different seats. You can buy different seat models, seat, modifications, and it'll push you higher and more forward. For me, it's all about getting my my front of my seat lowered enough so I can flat foot it, so I don't have that issue. I want to be able to flat foot my bike. I gotta be honest. It's one of my things that I'm very concerned about. And you should, being a bike rider, should be able to flat foot your bike. But it's not a requirement. There's a lot of people who can't flat foot their bike that have ridden for that for years, right? And I'm no exception. So, I just want to tell you, as a rider, don't freak out if you cannot flat foot the bike. If you cannot pick up the bike, like if you weigh 90 pounds and you drop your bike, that extra 20 pounds of weight and muscle may be the difference between you owning a Heritage and a Roadglide Street Glide. Okay? Now, you may be able to pick it up, but it's going to take all of your might. And you're like, I don't know if I want to ride a lot more anymore. So, don't let that be a discouragement, but just know that it's going to be very, what's the word? Comforting if you can flat foot your bike, okay? What else do I want to talk to you guys about? Guys, I'm really sorry that I don't have an X2 or an Insta360 or one of those like GoPro cams. I really have to show you guys these later on. Like, I'll just go to another dealership and try out the bikes there again with the camera and do my actual, honest, in-depth review. Okay? And what I might do is just buy the Harley on the Street Glide and then go back and test ride them and give you my honest review. Okay? So, that's pretty much all it is in a nutshell. The 2024 was the same thing. The only thing that I really would have liked to have seen on that model was the road modes. The road, the rain, and the sport. I would have liked to have seen those three modes on there. On that one, the perch all had your buttons face you. On the new ones, majority of your very vital buttons are facing you, with your old ones perched on top. So, and the one I rode today, I think it was custom handbars, ape hangers, where they were kind of, nice. And I think I'm going to get a set of ape hangers when I get my Street Glide. But, anyway, guys, that's all for today. I wanted to thank you all for watching, and until next time, I'm Sean the ToGA. Also, before I close out, I want to let you know, today almost didn't happen because it said I had to have a 5 o'clock appointment. It wasn't until 4:45 that I was able to do that test ride. I'm like, I'm running a little late, guys. I may have to cut it short here. So, but luckily, everything was fine. We were able to make it work. There was a very nice lady that was like, hey, I really enjoyed doing it with you. This, that, and the other. Guys, I'm going to have to make a split-second decision. here because I need to get some fuel. I'm down to about, I don't know, my drippings. Need to... Yeah. Alright, cool. So it's coming up, guys. I'm not worried. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I gotta get off here. And I really hope that there's no toll. Exit. Hold on, guys. Alright. Cool. Cool. Alright. Anyway. I'm done yapping. It's just nonsense at this time. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Sean the ToGA brother. I'm out.